Welcome to Candid Conversations with Candidates, brought to you by Crowing Power in partnership with Lakes Media Collaborative and the Brainerd Lakes Chamber. I'm Lisa Paxton with the Chamber, and it's my pleasure to welcome Belinda Stealy. Belinda is a candidate for mayor for the city of Ironton. Belinda, thank you for joining us today.
And thank you so much for having me here today. I'm running for mayor against our incumbent. My goal is to try to put some fresh ideas into the area. I've been a resident of Ironton for 15 years and a resident of the area for 40 years. Prior to living in Ironton, I was on the Riverton City Council, and I represented them in the Irondale Township Commission. So I'm quite aware of the importance of good communication to our citizens and trying to make things happen for the community that are important to get addressed, and to listen to our citizens for new input.
Great. Thank you for that. Let's roll into some questions. The first question I'd like to ask is, what do you consider your top priority if elected?
One of our most important things that we have going for our community is tourism. And as the elected mayor, if I am fortunate enough to be chosen by our citizens, my goal would be to increase our tourism industry to not just be seasonal with our bicycle trail in the summertime, but I would like to see it expanded to ice fishing and snowshoeing and skiing in the winter, and try to maybe come up with some new activities during our summertime besides just our bicycle trail.
That bicycle trail has certainly been a boon to the Cuyuna Range.
Oh, it's been wonderful. Me and my little dog walk it pretty much every day. So yes, we love it.
That is great. Good. Well, you are running against the incumbent in the position. Give us 3 things that distinguish you from your opponent.
I would say that I really feel that there are many things that maybe are not being addressed. I know that we have our citizens that I don't feel are really being listened to. I want to have an open door policy. I want them to be able to come to the council and myself and voice anything, and we will truly listen. That, I think, is the key objective of my campaign, is that I want them to know that if they choose me as their mayor, I will listen to any of their ideas.
Okay, great. With any local unit of government, budgets are important. What are your budget priorities, and how will you pay for them?
Okay, one of the things that I know that we have that is kind of a curse is our debt that is incurred by our new water tower. We still owe a considerable amount, little over $240,000, and it won't be paid off until the year 2023. And we need to find a way to reduce that debt, and I am quite aware of that. We need to find a creative way of reducing some of our spending so that possibly we could increase the amount that is being paid on that, because until that is at least reduced significantly, the water treatment that is needed for the city water can't occur.
Any specific ideas on areas that you would reduce in order to compensate for that increased funds?
Well, until I've actually had time to study our budget, and I have not had the option of really being able to see exactly what we have dollar-wise, it could be a matter of looking into ways that we could maybe implement lowering prices by the products that we have to use. For instance, maybe finding new vendors for salt or supplies for the office, any little corners that we can cut that we could help to increase what is going into our budget for that repayment.
Okay. When you look at Ironton, I always look at Ironton, Crosby, Ironton, Deerwood, kind of the triad of communities to the east of Brainerd Baxter. Important to our community, important to our economy. How will you work with community partners, whether it's the different neighborhoods around you or other organizations within the community, to accomplish what you want to accomplish as mayor, Belinda?
Well, I think it's really terribly important to have good communication within each of our cities. Crosby and Ironton have always been linked, and it's a good link, I think. Our police service is provided by Crosby, and I think that good communication will help us to maybe reduce maybe spending within our own communities by maybe having like a buying, I don't know what you'd call it, like I'm trying to think how to put it, but to get our supplies at a cheaper rate together. If we combine our cities together, we could maybe reduce our expenditures.
Great, good. You touched on tourism on a year-round basis and expanding that economy. How will you ensure that Ironton is business friendly?
Well, one of my things that I have on my agenda is I want to find a creative way, such as our citizens may be collecting just simply something like aluminum cans, and any of the funds that we could raise from something like that, or even having a fundraiser, whatever it might take, those monies could be put into a fund to, let's say, put flower pots on corners or something to enhance and make our city more friendly.
Okay, great. That concludes our formal questions. So at this time, do you have anything further you want to share?
I just would like to say thank you for this opportunity, and I hope that our citizens will all get out to vote, no matter who they vote for, and every vote does count.
Great. That is a great message, and thank you for joining us with Candid Conversations with Candidates. You can view this and other interviews at votebrainerdlakes.com, and as Belinda said, vote November 6th.